It is time here, Trial Grounds today with Trial of Glory, Frost Queen Cookies, Permafrost Plains. And this is the season boss that we have right here, Giant Cream Lynx. We're going to break it all down for you in today's episode. Thank you for tuning in. As always, I appreciate your support, questions, comments along the way. Let us know. Time to get into it here and understand what exactly we're going to do for Trial of Glory. Best piece, my friends. Right now, we're in the top 5%, and we're going to give you an amazing team here as the #1 free-to-play player. To all the free-to-play players out there, veterans, new players, returning players, and of course, your spenders. All right, so let's get into it. Trial of Glory. First, we're going to break this down here for you. You get some amazing rewards as well, so make sure that you're doing this typically every week on the reset because you do get some awesome rewards, like I said. So a couple things here. Frost Queen's Trial of Glory. If you wanted more information, you can read through it right here. Additionally, a couple things on the boss information. We have Shred, lunges forward and slashes with its claws, dealing heavy damage to all targets. Icicle Fangs, lunges forward and bites with all of its might, inflicting injury to the 2 nearest targets. Now, that's something that we can only remove with PV. However, I'll come back to that in a second. Additionally, here, my friends, we have effects. Hero attack 50%, ally cookies down resist 25%. We have these special conditions here behind me: min cookie level 70, skill level 70, and Frost Queen rally effect. We get some pretty nice buffs here on these effects. We get ice type cookies damage up 40%. We also have Crystalline Radiance here. Whenever certain enemies use specific skills or get hit, the gauge will fill up. Once the gauge is full, cookies will gain the frozen status. Once the frozen status wears off or is dispelled, the cookie will take damage proportional to their max HP. With each further repetition of this process, the damage will increase. Then additionally, we also have ice type damage up by 50%. Awesome. Love it. Now, additionally, we have these these effects: healing reduction there, HP shield capacity reduction, and enemies debuff. Resist increased. So what does that mean for us? First off, I do have a Frost Queen rally at level 20, which is awesome. If you can do that, that is great. Let's go ahead and talk about our team, though. We are heavily focused on, yes, that's right, Frost. So in order to do that, go ahead and go check out skill elements here. You can move over and go to ice, and you can see everything that's available to you. Not too many, only 6. Now, the thing is, we do have 1 healer here, Icicle Yeti. If we want to use that, don't really need it. However, maybe for this one you want to pivot and use something else instead. However, again, my team got us top 5%, so we're going to break everything down here. First, though, before we talk about the cookies, a couple things on the treasures. We're on Dream Conductor's Whistle. We can move off Squishy Jelly Watch, actually, and we got Old Pilgrims here. We'll get a little bit better score by moving over this way, taking a little bit more on the 5% damage there. We got a lot of great cooldown as well, but again, something that you can think about. So attack, cooldown, crit, perfect. Now, when it comes to the team, couple things here. We're using Lindsor to amplify that damage with the suspect there. Additionally here, lots and lots of ice type damage. These ones are super key for me. We certainly could upgrade something like Pine Cone. Pine Cone is available to you in the mileage shop, so we could get this actually to 5-star. We're going to stick it at 3 for now because that's what we did, and then certainly everything else here as well. So very important, again, on the ascension, again on those levels. Let's go ahead though and break down the gear. A couple things though. Here with Pine Cone, we could actually move off of all this damage resist and cooldown into attack. If we move more towards an attack forward, maybe with some frost here as well, we're actually probably going to do just slightly a little bit more damage. We can move over here because we got some attack speed instead if we want to, but we'll stick on this because this is what got me to the top 5%. I'll talk about that a little bit more after we go through our run. Here we're on lots of attack, resonant toppings, and the tarts there. Ice damage right there, more attack. More ice damage, the better, my friends. That is what you want to do. Amplify that ice damage in this scenario. Then here we're on cooldown. We got lots of attack in this. We're trying to get lots of the ult off here. If you want to, again, you could go ahead and move over and see if you got an ice type 1 instead. Doesn't look like I do, unfortunately. So in that case, that would be a better upgrade. You could also move off this into attack if you wanted to try that strategy. Instead, I am on cooldown. Here, Frost Queen, we got big hits, big attack. Once again, because we do have the ice damage there, maybe you want to run ice damage here instead. And then last but not least, Lindsor on Caramel for the speed, my friends. That is key. So again, some ideas that you can do. You can move over to attack. You can move into the ice. Certainly all those little tweaks are going to give you better damage and better ascension there as well. Now, when we go to all gear, this is what this looks like as well, because many players like to ask, again, that beascuit option, if we could buff that, is going to do way more damage with this team. All right, so there's our team. That's the breakdown, all the tips and tricks and all the key tweaks that you could make. We're in that top 5%. Awesome. I love it out of the gate. And now we're going to go ahead and attack. That's right. So a couple things here that you're going to notice. I'm going to slow it down just slightly for us. Certainly, as always, you can automatically run this if you want to. You could be in here clicking more if you want to. Making sure that those Lindsor hits are getting in there at 8 is going to be key. Getting those pieces and stacks up there. Again, getting Lindsor on sooner before everything else hits can drive more damage there for you. Again, working towards the frost stacks here, because that's going to continue to help us deal even more damage, my friends, from that perspective. We got 3.4 left, over halfway. Now, what you're seeing here down below behind me, again, is that injury. PV is the only one that can remove that. Couple things here. Oh, we got it. We got the new record. Perfect, my friends. We got it. Couple things, though, that I want to talk about on that. Moving on up. Perfect. Is this. Now, because we have that injury, as you can see, nothing got knocked out. So that, again, goes by and back to those tweaks and additions. If you go more attack forward, more of the ice type damage as well, you're going to be able to absolutely crush this thing, knock it down, and maybe even do more damage than me. With that, though, let us know in the comments if you do, because I love to hear from you. Let us know what you think of today's episode, my friends in chat. I appreciate you as always. And on top of that, thank you everyone for tuning in here today. I appreciate your support. We'll see you in that top ranking here with Frost Queen's Glory, or Frost Queen Cookie's Trial of Glory against our lovely boss here, my friends, as always, when it comes to it. With that, until next time, my friends, keep on running.